Told y'all we're going live. Where's everybody? Let's get to the chat. I'll give you guys just a couple minutes to get here. Especially Luna. Jonathan, Luna. Let me know when you come in. Okay? It's your Saul. I want to wait for you. Otherwise, we'll have to cancel the chat, call you, and start over again. Ted Neitzel, 10-4. I see your text, Ted. Come join us. We are going to be assembling subscriber neighbor and local neighbor Jonathan LUNAS and customer neighbor Jonathan LUNAS STIHL 025. About 8 months ago, Jonathan brought this saw to me with his 028 that you've seen quite a bit on the channel. And we... Excellent, Luna. Welcome. I don't think my number is always accurate because a lot of times... Hey, Ted Neitzel. A lot of times it says 0 and there's people in here in the chat. So, about 8 months ago, Jonathan brought this saw to me with his 028 and we pulled the muffler and the piston looked pretty scored. But when I disassembled it, there was just a couple of scratches. I showed him and Jonathan basically said, I'm going to leave it up to you. Because initially he just put a brand new top end on it. And then when I told him, well, I think we can probably get away with just re-ringing this. And I do have me one last 42 mil piston for the 025. But I figure it's an upgrade for Jonathan because it's only like 1.4 cc additional. But the 42 mil is, damn, I can't remember my damn numbers. Yeah, it's 44.6 cc, I think. No, maybe it's 44.1, and the 42.5 mil is a 46 or 45.6 cc. Damn, I cannot remember my numbers. But either way, it's not much more power, but it is a little more power. A little bit bigger motor. I've got everything pretty much ready in front of us. Luna had a Chino carburetor on this, and he said, Deep Six that chainsaw redeemer. So we'll either put that chit on eBay or we'll use it on a saw if it works. He's with me. There are a couple different types of carburetors that came on these. Okay. And I don't like one screw carburetors at all. Neither does Luna. Luna, tell us what you think of one screw carburetors. So this one has an idle screw and it has one screw for your high-low adjustment. This one has a high-low and an idle. I've already had it rebuilt. Well, I rebuilt it, but it was sitting there rebuilt. And so we're going to be using this carburetor and hope that it's in working condition. I have not tested it on a saw yet. Obviously, we won't see if the saw is redeemed or not until another day because I like to let my Permatex, Honda Bond, Yamaha Bond, no matter what I use, I like to let it set at least 24 hours. Now, the Permatex says to let it set 24 hours, but I know a lot of guys with the Honda Bond and the Yamaha Bond, an hour or two, they'll do that, and as soon as they're done building the saw, fire it right up. And I have done that once, and I think it was on a 271, and it didn't have an air leak. Oh, that's the other thing. I did us dirty, neighbors. I'm missing something. Let's see. I'm missing two things. Did us dirty. We need a muffler gasket. Okay. Here's your muffler gasket, Jonathan Luna. Sorry, he likes Jonathan better. And we need crankshaft seals. Jonathan, my very last set of Farmertech crankshaft seals. Then all I have is cheap Chino ones. Jesse at bluesaws.com only has one set right now. Normally I order these directly from Farmertech, but customs and shipping gets outrageous. And so I try and let Jesse know what I need ordered, and he orders it for me and gives me a good price. But since he only has one set, I'm probably going to have to order some from Farmertech. Listen, bosses, get off my ass. I know I'm talking a lot and not working. I'm having my smoke break, and you know I got to have damn coffee before I get to work. I did have some kind of good news start today, and some bad news. I don't know how much you guys have seen of the 291 for Neighbor Hayes. I don't think I have all that footage up yet, but basically I removed some transfer from the cylinder for him, trying to save him some money because all we can find is OEM top ends for the 291. And purchased a performance coated piston, they call it, from Dukes. Now listen, Dukes and Little Red Barn, man, their prices are fucking stupid. So is Proline. I know what they pay for their stuff, okay? And I know they have employees and overhead, but what they charge for their stuff is insane. And same thing with Wolf Creek Saw Shop. He gets Meteor products even cheaper than me, and most of his pistons are $10 to $20 more than mine. Okay, I don't know why a guy has to make 15 or 20 bucks off of one item. It's like these. If I order 100 of these from Pharmatech, I can get them for about $1 a piece. I'm sorry, $1 a set. Okay, if I were actually selling these on eBay, now eBay has outrageous fees, but I factor my customs and my shipping into all of my items I order. And so let's say I paid $1.50 for this set. I'm going to pay about $5.86 to ship it to somebody. Okay, so that puts me to $7.30. Okay, I'm going to sell these for like $11.99. Okay, most guys that are selling the Pharmatechs and Highways, not the cheap China ones, not the cheap blue ones, are selling them for like $14 to $20 for one set. When you see high quantities of them for really cheap, I'll show you what they are. And then we'll get to work. Damn it, neighbors. Bearings, fuel lines, crankshaft seals. Nope, that's impulse hoses. Damn it. I got too many parts, neighbors. Gaskets, that's not it. AV mounts. Where are you going? Bearings. There we are. They're right in front of my face. Crank seals. Both Highway and Pharmatech's crankshaft seals of these size are blue. Okay. Now, when I ordered these, they were advertised as Highway, and I bought a shit ton. While I will say I do have a couple of saws here locally that have these on them, and they're still running good. They're 30 and 32 cc saws. I have one MS250 in the local community that has these on them, but he doesn't use his saw that much, and his saw was built a year ago, and he uses it 3 or 4 times a year, and they're still okay. But I can promise you, if you don't grease the lip of these blue cheap ones before you put them on your crankshaft, 100% of the time your dust lip is going to melt. 100% of the time. Okay, so I don't use them. What do I want to do with those? I don't know, because I don't like selling shit like that, because I know it's not the best aftermarket there is. Okay, so that being said, I'm hoping to get this all assembled within an hour and a half. The greatest thing that can slow down these assemblies and disassemblies for me, I've mentioned to you guys before, is these fucking things. Your AV mounts. They can be a nightmare to get on, and they can be a nightmare to get off. I have spent 20 minutes trying to get one of those out sometimes. 20 minutes trying to get one of those in sometimes. The new ones can be a real nightmare. And then if they're swollen and old, they're even more of a nightmare. All of Jonathan's are in good condition, so fortunately we can reuse those. Jonathan is a guy that, for the most part, he likes OEM stuff. The other thing we're going to potentially reuse is his fuel line. The reason being, normally I would just automatically replace those with aftermarket. Here's the problem, however. I don't know what's happening with the aftermarket products, but they're going downhill in quality. I have noticed a lot on these, the grommet here, okay? And this goes for all steel chainsaws or any that have a grommet. After a couple of months, this shrinks. And even when I use Seal All, I've had a couple recently that are just coming loose to a point that it's not sealed anymore. And therefore, you're getting air in your tank and having air come out of your tank in a place that it's not supposed to, and your saw's not going to run right. And not only that, you tip it on its side, it's liable to leak fuel. And so I have been reusing some of the OEM lines that I normally automatically replace. However, we're going to test it to make sure it's good. I've showed you guys that before, but I'm going to show you again. Let me have my coffee, boss, and I'll get back to work. Stop yelling at me, damn it. Deep Six Stat, Chet Rob Weaver. Okay, what tools do you need for this job? Well, you need a 3/4 socket or a 3/4 wrench or scrunch. You need an 8mm socket. You need a 13mm socket or wrench. I recommend socket. Could come in handy, needle nose pliers. Okay. And that is, oh, I did you dirty neighbors. You need a T27 bit and or a T27 hand screwdriver. Okay. That's pretty much all you need for the 1123 and the 1127 series saws. Let me get the air hose out of the way so I don't die in the process of this. And I'm going to turn you down to the bench and we'll get to work. Damn it, neighbors. You guys are on live support for now. So we'll see how the view is. Is it going to let me? Yeah, I always forget if I can switch the camera. Okay. I'm going to take you off of live support. You guys remind me. I can't see your comments though. Okay. So you guys will just have to yell at me. In about 20 minutes if I don't check the battery. So we have my initials. That means I've checked this, inspected everything, and everything should be good. Every once in a while, I get broken chip from Meteor. It's almost always the rings. I've never had a faulty Meteor top end. Knock on wood if you believe in suspicion. Okay? And I rarely ever have to remove any kind of chafer or sharp edges from the pistons. Okay? Any kind of burrs. Alright? So, our kit includes our cylinder, our engine pin, our piston, our wrist pin, our rings, and our C-clips. And I like Meteors because most of their steel C-clips are just like the OEM ones, okay? And then I save these boxes because when I tear down saws, I reuse those. Now, these things, I have aftermarket Pharmatex that have been working okay. These are all that secures your boot to your cylinder. And the problem is, these things, I'm presuming from heat, get hot and they stretch out. And so I always on these models, I will use you guys will see when we get there, I will use my Honda Bond in here to help that seal. Because I get air leaks there a lot, okay? So, first thing we're going to do is real quick, get out of the way. We're going to go ahead and vacuum pressure test our fuel line to see if it's good. And the way we do that is, I was not able to find my hemostats. I've ordered a whole set of like 6 of them, because a guy named Bear walked off with my small ones on his saw a while back. And then, my large ones I can't find right now, but I need small ones. So you pinch it off at as close to the end as possible on the pickup side, okay? And we're gonna pump 15. Well, it says 14. Yeah, see, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold all this tight. Hopefully. Okay, let's try that again. The general rule of thumb on these is 14 pounds. My Mighty Vac takes forever to pump up on vacuum, or on pressure, but so I go to 15, and what has to happen is on pressure, it has to be able to hold its shape for at least 30 seconds without ballooning out, okay? And obviously without leaking. And so, yeah, I know this one's not going to balloon. I'm confident already. It wasn't pliable at all. It wasn't stiff at all. It was actually, in my opinion, really good condition. So then we go to vacuum, and we go 15 of mercury. And then for this one, on vacuum, it cannot collapse in on itself. It has to hold its shape. And what I'll do usually is I'll pinch it and see if it comes back, and it does. And so usually right away I'll know just by doing that whether it's going to hold or not. But this one's holding. And so we're going to go ahead and use Jonathan's OEM one. That'll save him $7.50. Plus it'll save us a potential headache of having this shrink on us. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Luna, your fuel line is good. We're going to stay OEM. These are one of the fuel lines, though. It's not too much more expensive to buy new OEM, but I'm trying to find ways to lower the price of my saws because I have to become more competitive in my pricing. Saw prices are all over the place. I've said in a couple of videos already, and I'll tell you guys again. I recently saw on Marketplace pre-EPA 046 sell for $1,580. And then I saw one, I'm pretty sure it sold. Yeah, I don't know who that was. Didn't see it in time. Text message. I'm pretty sure it sold, but it was listed for only $650. They both had, I think, a 28 or a 24 inch. They had the same size bar and chain, and they were in about the same condition. They were both really clean, really nice looking saws. And so it just flabbergasted me that there can be that much variance in price. But people that buy used saws around here oftentimes end up bringing their saw to my shop. People that buy them from pawn shops, oftentimes they end up here. Okay, I gotta get this 044 bin out of the way. I can't wait to get going building on those. I just got the last few parts I need in. But I'm trying to decide what to do about the tanks because they're both ugly. And it's hard to find an 044 non-440, you know, with old style screw-on caps. And when you can find them, they're outrageous. Okay, get this gasket out of our way. Just get all our kit opened up here. We want to prepare. And when we're doing a motor or a carburetor, we want to keep things as clean as possible. All right, so I have not had much luck with this tool lately. I am so pissed off. I spent $100 on this damn thing, and the magnet, no matter what I have tried, just does not stay where it's supposed to. If you try and squeeze it in there, this will no longer push your ring through there. Okay, the only other thing I have is I'm gonna try a little JB weld or something underneath and get that thing to stay in there because it is an absolute pain in the ass. We'll inspect our piston. What we're looking for is on the edges. We want to make sure there's no burrs or anything. This one I do got to take down a little bit. Let's see, where is my sandpaper so I don't have to do it wet? This is 3000. That's plenty fine enough. In fact, it's probably too fine. Just sometimes you get little edges on it and you want to make sure that you get rid of them very gently. You don't want to take much off. Okay, so I'll just go around this whole thing real quick. 3000 grit, real fine sandpaper. Normally I use like 320 wet or 600 grit. Okay, check our top edge. I'm just going to go ahead and do that too since this is such fine sandpaper. Jonathan Luna gets the VIP treatment. He's a local neighbor. He was one of my very first neighbors that came. Actually, he was the very first local neighbor that found me on YouTube, and that's how he found out who I was. And Jonathan knows how to work on his own stuff, and even Amy and Brian up at Lewisburg Outdoor Power, when I told them I was working on Jonathan Luna's stuff, they were like, what? He don't let nobody work on his saws. He always works on his own shit. So Luna, as I've told you before, I'm very honored that I get to work on your saws and that you trust me. Okay, my piece of chit tool here. Go ahead and get this in there. Push that bad boy in. See, that's the extra steps I got to take. I shouldn't have to do that for a $100 freaking tool. And it's been this way since I got it. Okay, take our piston here. Sometimes this tool doesn't even work on the meatier pistons. Put our opening toward the bottom, away from our groove. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. get it? No, we did not. See? And I really struggle putting these in with needle nose with my hands being the way they are. I think everybody does actually though. I just wish the damn magnet would stay in. So we'll try again. If I don't get it on the second or third attempt, I'll just go to the damn needle nose and we might start cussing up a storm. We'll see what happens, neighbors. I threw my back out trying to test damn neighbor Andy's 2A8 for spark last night. Just pulling cord to test it for spark, I threw my damn back out. And I was doing it the gimp way too. I was standing on the damn handle. Try this one more time here. I'll try the other side. Yeah, sometimes, like I said, with the meteor pistons, it just doesn't quite set in the piston right there the right way. So you gotta kind of get it lined up just perfect. And when you have shaky hands, that's very hard to do. Okay, try this again. I don't think we got it. Oh, maybe we did. Okay, we did. Good. Make sure it's in the groove all the way. Excellent. Okay, the other thing, I should have checked this first, but I very rarely, here I say that in the last 2 meteor pistons I've done, I have had issues getting the wrist pin in. So we'll just put a little bit of grease on it, and then if that doesn't work, we can use a little bit of lapping compound. I just don't like doing that. It's extra work. Oh, Chet, that's the other thing. You know, Jonathan Luna, I don't have your damn bearing. I did us dirty, neighbors, as usual. Always doing you guys dirty. I don't have the damn bearing for this thing. See if I have one in my case down here. If not, I'll have to go next door and grab it. There we go. Bad hands. Let's see what we got here. I don't think any of these are for 250. I don't think that one is. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the other thing. Damn, I did you guys dirty. You guys hang out, go grab some snacks, a drink, whatever you need. I gotta run to the damn building next door and get his damn crankshaft. Chet, neighbors, I do you guys so dirty all the time. Do myself dirty too by doing that. So here was his piston. You can see the scratches right there. Okay, just a little bit, but nothing below the rings at all. And I really think we could clean that up right there, re-ring that, and it'd probably be okay. But the other thing I was a little iffy about, let me see if I can get you guys. I'm waiting on my AAA batteries for the inspection light to come in. Yeah, I can't get you guys a good light view. Sorry, neighbors. There's some wearing, plate wearing at the bottom here. There's no transfer whatsoever. But I don't have digital bore gauges, and so doing manual measurements, I just was like a little iffy on it. And so to avoid working twice, number one, and because I know Luna, number two, I figured our safest bet is to go ahead and give him a new top end. That's a 42.5, and his bearings are in really good condition. They are just fine. Okay, got our old Permatex on there, or whatever they use, Durco, I think Durco is what STIHL calls it. Get out of there, you bastard. There we go. So with the bearings, we just use some 2-stroke oil on them. They make high-speed gear oil that I like better for this, but I'm out, so have to get more. Okay. Actually, damn, that's dirty. Where's my brake parts cleaner? Gotta clean your bearing, neighbor. There we go. All right. A little butter. Kind of weird building a saw live. Okay, there's that. And also going to oil our needle cage bearing here. Well, hell, that's the one I just pulled out of the damn case that's wrong. See? Already messing everything up, you guys. Shit! Can't do nothing right. Nothing but a screw up. There we are. That's a little butter. Alright. Then we will go ahead and get some grease in the cavity of our crankshaft seals and on the lip. Just feel that bad boy like that. I love this little grease gun. It was like 20 bucks, well worth the money. I think I bought it at Advanced Auto. And then just where it's going to go on the crankshaft, we just put a little coat of grease just to help give it a good start at its life. We don't want to start it dry, neighbors. You'll rub it raw. It's no good. It's bad for your chainsaw. Your chainsaw likes lubricant. Doesn't like extra friction. Okay. How many other YouTubers that do saw work or motor work or mechanical work have the customer watching them live? I don't know that I've ever seen it done besides me. Okay, put our piston rings on here very carefully. Don't want to scratch anything. Don't want to snap it. Where is the pin? There we go. Put our second one on here. You guys can comment stuff. I can't see it right now, but I will be able to see it after the fact. So make sure you leave comments. Okay? Alright. Now, crankshaft that way. Arrow facing toward our exhaust. Our needle cage bearing fell out. You dirtbag. Here we are. Use our drift to push that in. Wrong side. There's that. Again, my $100 tool that I got to fidget with, and that fights me. That's my luck though, neighbors. I seriously believe I have like the worst luck in the world. The 12 mil one's been working good, but the 10 mil one not so much. And that's why I didn't invest in the 8 mil. Because I'm like, well, screw that. I don't do that many 8 mil wrist pins anyways. Okay, there's that. And we will hopefully be able to get this. I got to kind of hang it over the edge here. Okay. Get our opening in the right spot. I hate my arthritic, carpal tunnel ridden, nerve damaged hands. I shake so bad. I don't think it went. Almost. Oh, I had it. Damn it. Okay, we're going to try again. I had it. I lifted the wrong side up. Damn. Are you guys laughing at me yet? I thought I heard somebody chuckle. Look at that dumbass. You got it bad. When you're building saws, you can't get your C clip in. You got it bad. When your $100 tool makes you look like a fool. I just cannot get this lined up, damn it. Okay, I think we got it that time. Feels like it. We did. Fantastic. I do want to turn it a little bit though. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's like right there in the opening. I don't like it. Okay, let's see here. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. I don't like that clip being in the opening right there. It's kind of hard. You got to kind of push it up and then turn it because it's snagged. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, next step. I'm going to go ahead and put our intake boot on and put our shroud on. Okay. I need to get more paint brushes too. I buy the Dollar Tree paint brushes. It makes stuff like this a lot easier. But they're kind of getting ruined here. I need to get some new ones desperately. Okay, I'm going to clean this a little bit better. There we are. This stuff is so stringy, this Honda Bond. I'm going to get the Yama Bond next time. I heard, or I've read in the forums and stuff, that they're pretty much the same, except this one apparently guys say is a little bit thinner, and maybe that's why it's so stringy. Okay, the good thing is this doesn't have the impulse line in the boot itself. If it did, you would have to make sure you keep that hole unplugged. And then right here, this arrow has to be centered with your seam. Okay, so I will always take that on the bottom and center it. Okay, and then push my boot on. Make sure we're centered. We are. And then put your shroud on. This one did go on nice and tight, which I like. Nice and tight, Luna. She's nice and tight. Okay. We could argue all day about how much of this to use. I always say, too much is better than not enough. But too much is just as bad, if not worse, than not enough. Okay? You don't need a ton. The most important place is here. This cavity that drops down where your seal sits. That is the greatest place that I screw up and don't get enough. So I always put a little bit extra right there. And then again, we could argue all day about whether to put it in the crankshaft seal seat. I always do a very thin coat. But what you want to make sure of is you don't want it all thick on the inside here, because then that can cause your seal to pop out sideways like that. I actually had a guy ask me about that one time. Said his seal was going sideways, and I had a 192T doing that to me. And that can also be caused by over tightening your bolts. If you have too much sealant in there, there's not enough room for you to torque your bolts down properly. Okay? Boy, I am making a mess. This shit is so stringy. Plus, I'm shaking bad. Some days I don't shake as bad as others, but most days it's really bad anymore. I'll have to go get what's called an EMG on the 3rd, and that is where they stick big old freaking needles into your nerve endings and shock the shit out of your nerves to see what kind of nerve damage you have, and also to see how extensive carpal tunnel is. Okay, you guys are going to hear me be quiet some in this stuff too, because I get tired of talking. Okay, get in there. A little bit more on this side. Okay, I think I like it. And then I'll put just a thin coat on this surface as well. Normally I do this side first because my seals will hit this Permatex first, and so it would have more time to be setting, because you're supposed to let it set for 60 seconds, I believe it says on this one, before you make the surfaces. And I don't put it on the crankshaft seal itself. And see, I did us dirty. Now that I said that, I didn't put my crankshaft seals on yet. They should be on already. I've done that several times the past few builds I've done. I put my damn Yamabond on before I put my damn crankshaft seals on, and that's no good, because if you end up struggling with them, you have to scrape all the chit off and go backwards. Damn, this shit is so stringy messy. Where's my paintbrush, damn it? Okay, there we are. Get some of that excess out of there. And now I'm going to have to work fast getting my crankshaft seals on and ensure I don't damage them, because otherwise then Luna's going to be waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for his saw. Alright. Just looking, making sure. I think I got it thick enough everywhere. It looks pretty good to me. Okay, flywheel side. I don't usually use tin on these all that much. I just be careful not to hit my threads, and then I'm pushing up, okay, so that it doesn't cut my lip where my notch out is for my flywheel key. Okay, and I'll give that a couple of turns there. On this side, we've got a clip to remove. Where'd my needle nose go? Okay, so I will just push this clip off. I hold my finger so it doesn't go flying, and push it off. Okay, and again, this is the side most people have to use tin, but I've gotten pretty decent, and hopefully I didn't just talk myself into a bad spot. I will start again, push. Okay, once you get to this spot, it's hard. You got to do it like it's the beginning. Get one side over and then push down the other way, to make sure your spring doesn't pop out. My spring did not pop out, so we did good. And then usually on this model, we don't need to compress our rings or anything. They will usually go right in, arrow facing the exhaust. Sometimes I have to, sometimes I don't. Oh, see, again, did us dirty. I keep skipping the same damn steps on myself here lately, and I don't quite know why. I guess it's because I made the same mistake several times in a row, and so it effed up my muscle memory. Okay, just a little bit of two-stroke. Just kind of help things go in again. You don't want to go in dry, neighbors. Go in dry, it could hurt. Got Yamabond on my piston. Okay, a little bit of lubricant. A little bit of lubricant, neighbors. Just a little. You don't need too much. Okay, just a little, just a little. Alright. Make sure we do that right. Yes, that's right. Almost put it in backwards. I hate how bad I shake these days. It's getting exponentially worse. Okay. I'm gonna have to compress them a little bit. I think it's gonna need a little bit of convincing. Come on, baby. Okay. Usually it just goes right in, unless I'm crooked or it slid off of my pin. Yeah, that one's not going. Okay, I think I moved away from one of my pins there. Try this again. I'm shaking so damn bad. Hate it. Come on, baby. Why don't you want to go? There we go. Okay. And then carefully set this down. Make sure you have room for your seals to set. There we are. There's that. Kind of make sure your seals are straight. And then on your pan here, you guys, you've got the notch out for your oiler elbow there. And that always goes on your crankshaft side. That's how you know which way to put your pan. Okay. I'm just kind of trying to make sure my crankshaft seals stayed straight. They did. And then we will go ahead and mount this on our chassis after we put our damn clip back on. Come on, baby. Did myself dirty again. Get on there, you bastard. Okay. And that'll just slide right in pretty easily, usually. What are you caught on? There you are. Oh, shit. I think somebody's here, neighbors. Damn. Angel, come now. Come. Hurry. Come now. Come. Hurry up. Come on. Come. Mail lady's here, neighbor. Sorry. Just had to get the dog in. She's afraid of the dog, but not afraid of the dog. So she'll have to set the mail on the porch. Okay, and then I've got my 4 crankshaft bolts here that I pre-Loctited a while back so it would dry. I don't usually Loctite them, but I did this time. Yeah, the dog slipped right out. Damn it. 'Tis my life, neighbors. 'Tis my life. Okay, I'm going to use my drill to just go ahead and get these started. Okay, corner to corner. Okay, now I'm going to check my crankshaft seals again, and I'm going to make sure they didn't start going crooked. They have not yet. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down by hand. Okay, I'll snug it up a little bit more there, and we're still going to go corner to corner. Don't want to go tight all the way. You're just going little bits at a time, kind of like you put on a tire. You have to go in a star pattern on a tire. On these, you just go crisscross, corner to corner. I do the same thing with carburetor covers. Okay, get everything tightened down even. That way it sets all even. And then once I've got them kind of where they've seated but aren't torqued down, I'm going to check my crankshaft seals again. And on this side, you can just use a socket and just kind of push on it. I got to tighten those even more though. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Felt like I turned them more than that. Okay, there we are. Our seam's just touching now. Yeah, see like this one is starting to go crooked. So on this side, I don't have a socket that I use. I just kind of do like a 2-tool method. So I'll take me 2 screwdrivers here. Okay, carefully. You have to do this carefully. You do not want to F up your seal. Okay, and I'm not touching my dust lip with it. And I'm just kind of making sure it's in there properly. Okay. I used to have the arbor press, they call it, or whatever for that. But it's buried in the abyss next door somewhere. Okay. Our crankshaft seals did not go sideways on us. Everything looks good. So we will go ahead and torque these down to Guten Tag. Wrench turning takes forever. Look at that. Okay, the oil line's in there still. And again, you're going evenly. You're not just tightening the first bolt down all the way. I think I messed up my pattern there. Ah. Goodness, my hands. I cannot hold on to Chet, you guys. Okay, and then we're going to come back after we do a couple of other things, and we're just going to check these again, okay? And one more time, I'm checking my seals. I want to make sure they're straight. They are. All right. Now, I'll go ahead and get this out of our way. and the slow, tedious stuff is pretty much done. I don't necessarily do these in any particular order, you guys. I just kind of do them. There are a few things that you have to do in a certain order, but not a crap ton. So since we've checked this and it's good, we are going to go ahead and install our fuel line, and then we'll add a pickup body. With pickup bodies, I've never really had an issue with any of the aftermarkets. Even the cheap Chino ones, they seem to be pretty much the same as steel. Sometimes they're orange, sometimes they're black. I have both. It depends on who I get them from. Oh, you guys, anybody that's here, bluestalls.com, okay? Jesse, I've been buying parts from Jesse here lately. Because I don't have to deal with all the customs and all that garbage. And a lot of times he has what I need in stock. Not always, but if you guys put one word at bluestalls.com for a promo code, one word, no space, Shed Shop, he's giving you 10% off, okay? 10% off just for knowing me. Just kind of like to wipe off the excess. I don't know. This is where I get myself into trouble too. Sometimes I spend extra time on little stuff that doesn't even matter. Like, you don't really need to necessarily wipe that excess off. Okay, let's go ahead and put our tool away. Where's our magnet, neighbors? What'd you do with it? Did I fling it somewhere? Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Don't know what I've done with it. Did us dirty. Oh well. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do next? I'll go ahead over here and I will start on my chain brake handle. Okay. Let's see here. One thing I wanted to show you guys, this is actually one of the first things Jonathan Luna and I tinkered on together, was the 025 he bought from me, which he still loves. Oh, hey, Buntings. This gets flat right here. What do you need, Mark? I told you I'm going live.
I know. That's why I didn't say anything. I just want to let you know, go for a walk.
Okay, well, you didn't have to tell me that. I told you, please do not disturb me. I'm going live, okay?
I apologize. That's why I didn't.
Okay, enjoy yourself. He didn't say nothing, neighbors, but he came in to tell me he's going for a walk. I wish you guys could know my uncle. He's just so over the top, overwhelming. Anyways, back to it. This gets worn flat right here, okay? And what will happen is your chain brake handle will just be flippity floppity while you're cutting and operating your saw. You don't want that. So his is not that bad, and most likely would not be flippity floppity, but deep six that shit. Okay, got a brand new one here. I bought like 25 of those. Let's see, probably 25 of those. I think I ordered back when Jonathan and I discovered that was a problem. And I still have a few left. Let's see. Okay, I feel like I've done something backwards here. No, you're just not moving right. Your curve goes up. Okay, so I will put that in my handle there. And I believe on this one, the spacer goes after. On some of the newer models, it goes first. Oh, no. See, neighbors? Doing it backwards again. Did you dirty. Got to put our flat spring in. And it just sits in there, just loose, okay? And that's what you got to try and make sure you line that up as well, so it will go in properly. So we will go ahead and get that started. That has to be aligned with that post. And sometimes you have to push your spring down a little bit there. Stop doing me dirty, saw. This is live. We're supposed to be going fast, damn it. I want to be here forever. Chet. I can't see what we're caught on. I think it is our spring, but I can't quite tell. There we are. That was an asshole. Okay, and then next you will have our spacer. Where'd our spacer go? Chet. Chet. I know I had it, damn it. I know I had it. Okay, well, in that case, we're just going to grab another one. I got some new ones down here. Just got to find the right damn container. Here we are. Nope, that's not it. Damn, I thought that was it. See? Sorry, neighbors. Did you dirty? I work so hard to get everything prepared all the time, and I never get it right. Never, never, never. I know I made sure I had that spacer, but I don't know where it's vanished to. And the sad thing is, I don't know where these damn spacers are. I know I have like 20 of them though. Let me see here, damn it. Sorry guys, so sorry. I'm so sorry, damn it. I worked so hard to make sure everything was set up right. And I failed you again. Did you, dirty neighbor? So sorry. Oh, no, I have a whole bunch of those. I'll bet you they're in the damn 250. There they are. Right here. It's going to be a Farmer Tech, but it's just a little plastic spacer. Who cares? Right? You don't care, Luna. If you do, I'll replace it later. Right now, we got to keep going. Look at that, guys. Go freaking figure. Wow. Just my luck. Okay. And then next, your arm goes on. Okay. Hook it on this side and slide it. Maybe. And then put it on that post. And then we got our little E-clip here, our retaining clip. Okay. And then we can put our spring on. Hook it onto your lever. Don't need you guys. And I have this cool little tool, only $10 from STIHL. I really like it. A guy really could make that because it sets on the post nice and easy. Okay. And then you just slide your spring down it, and then you twist the tool right out of the way. So much easier than using a screwdriver. Okay, all that's done. Let's go ahead and put our worm gear on. Okay. This is an 025, so it doesn't have a rotor washer. I usually do add them if I have them. Let me see if I have any here easily accessible. If so, we'll put one on LUNAS saw. I do. They come on the MS250s, the MS210s and whatnots, but not on the 025s. Not quite sure why. Some of the later 025s have them, but and for me, I think it's just kind of it's an extra protection against heat on your worm gear, in my opinion. And top means facing out. And then we can put our clutch on. This clutch is tight. And I didn't have any springs for this model. I'm waiting on them. I have them ordered, but they haven't come into STIHL yet. So while we're breaking his saw in, that's one of the things we'll be keeping an eye on. It's not that hard to go back in and rebuild the clutch. And then to get our clutch on, everybody's a little bit different. A lot of guys, this is not their way of doing it, but it's easier for me. You can put rope in this cylinder, or you can do what I do. The greasy shop rag, I see him all the time. Just use that impact, and while it's got a recoil on the saw and everything, because it really doesn't need that much to go on. Okay, so I will tighten my flywheel first. And these composite flywheels, you want to be careful. Okay, get it snug first, because you can shear the key. The composite flywheels shear real easy. Okay, and then I will, this is reverse threaded over here. I'll hold my flywheel real tight. Doesn't take much, that's all it takes. Okay, there's that. And then we can go ahead and do our sprocket. Oh, Jonathan Luna. I forget if we were doing, I forget if we were doing an OEM or an aftermarket, buddy. But for now, I'm going to throw an aftermarket rim sprocket. Which, that's right. I think we were going to do an OEM drum and an aftermarket rim. I don't remember, but we'll talk about it, neighbor. Okay? So for now, I'm going to add this. I always prefer rim sprockets, you guys, because here's the thing. When you have a spur sprocket, you got to replace the whole spur sprocket. It's one piece. When you have a rim sprocket, the drum needs replaced far less frequently than the rim itself. And you can get these aftermarkets for, like, I sell them for $7.50 for most saws. And if a neighbor's buying other stuff too, I sometimes do $5. I just think in the long run, it's much more cost effective. So that's my opinion. I'm going to use his OEM bearing here because it was in really good condition. Okay, so we'll put some grease on the inside. Just spread it around a little bit there. Okay, put that on. I always take the excess off the end and wipe it on there. And then we'll go ahead and put a little bit more on the outside. Oh, I normally also, service manual doesn't call for it. Did you dirty, Jonathan Luna? I normally also put some grease on the worm gear too, but just a teeny tiny bit. And I did him dirty and didn't do his. Okay, and then also on the inside of the sprocket. It's one of those things, like if I forget to do it, I don't typically go backwards and do it because it's not really something that it's called for. It's just something I've just kind of always done. Okay, but you don't want to use too much on your worm gears because it can plug up your oiler. Okay, and then you have to line up your notch with your worm gear arm right there. Okay. Ba-bam. Put your rim on. Eventually, okay, and then you're going to have your retaining clip, or your retaining washer, I'm sorry, and then your retaining clip. Set that on there. Don't push it on with a screwdriver, you guys. That's bad news. Use some pliers. Okay. Yeah, that one's nice and tight. I like it. Okay, nice and tight. Put our dust cover on now. I'm trying to use up the last little bit of this old Loctite. I do have another one, but I'm trying to use this up. Let's see. Don't remember what size these are. I think they're M4. Yes, eBay. I don't care about your notifications. I know my shit is delivered. I saw my mail lady. Okay. I'm going to make my New Year's resolution. Oh, you guys, you let me do you dirty some more. Did anybody say in the comments yet, hey, you forgot the chain brake band? So, I guess I got to be honest. I'm a little bit nervous building this all live. It's just different. Teardown's a lot different than doing a live, okay? So, hook your chain brake band on there. And then just set it down in its groove. Okay, just got to work it in a little bit here. There we are. It just sets in that groove, and you got to make sure it goes in the groove there. Okay. That's a little butter. I think that will work better. Yes? Yes. Okay, good. I'm kind of curious if anybody caught that. Was there a comment? Did anybody catch that? Is anybody even commenting? I can't see. It'll be so much better when we're in the other building, because when we do lives... Damn, am I really at an hour, you guys? That 58 minutes, is that what that said? Holy shit. Jonathan, I've never taken this long to build a freaking 025. I'm not very far along. We got to speed it up. Okay, chain tensioner. Again, you guys, this is why my prices are so damn high. Because I take everything off the saws. Okay? And everything gets a bath. Okay, grease it up. Grease it up, grease it up. And you feel that cavity? Yes, they come from the factory with grease in that. Okay? And then your chain tensioner will go in here. And it will take a little bit of pressure to get it in. And sometimes I have to do a convincing tappy-tappy. On that one, it wasn't too bad. Little Loctite on that. Just as a preventative measure. You don't usually have to Loctite small saws like this, but just doing preventative. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start putting some AV mounts on both our, well, we'll do our impulse real quick. Okay, I'm going to do just a little bit of that seal-all on this nipple back here. Just on the back, you guys. You don't want it on the front because you could risk plugging that hole up, and then you're going to go backwards, okay? So, again, this is just insurance, in my opinion. I just find I have far less saws with air leaks when I do this kind of little bitty stuff. Yes, it takes a lot of extra time, but it just means a year down the road, it's less likely to be leaking air there. Okay, so we're just going on our nipple on the back side. And we're going to stay slightly away from the front. And actually, I thought I grabbed my curved one because this allows me to get the back side there. Okay. There we are. Okay. We will take and feed that through. Grab us some pliers here. Okay. To help slide that on as we push. Maybe don't be a jerk. It's gluten tight, that's for sure. That's a good thing though. We want it tight on that nipple. Very good. Okay, better good. Okay. AV mounts. We're going to have one to put in here with the plastic on it. I'm going to use some STIHL here. Or, damn it, press oil. Okay, it just helps get it in. And then sometimes I can press them in enough to where I can just kind of take and pry the rest of it in pretty easy. Not always, sometimes though. Okay, there's that one. And then we have, let's see. Yep, these are both the same. Oh, Luna, I might replace this one. Let me see here. Okay, and then this one. I'm trying to think. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm having a brain fart. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. All right. I have to go to the handle real quick because I don't recollect which is which for at the moment. But if I do this, it'll help me remember. Okay. So we have one here on our handle. Ooh, slung oil all over you guys. It's dirty. See, I'm just getting up under where, sometimes it's hard to show you guys the angle. Getting up under where it's already pressed through. Yeah, see, I want to show you guys, but I can't. My body doesn't turn certain ways. There we are. Okay. And then we have one down here. Well, I feel like there's an extra AV mount. I need to think for a minute. I'm perplexed. Okay, this one goes down here. And that one will usually just kind of push in right away pretty easily. Okay. So, I just need to look at this for a minute. Yeah, because we only have one there. So, why do I have an additional one? Okay. So, I don't know why this one's there, but I don't believe that goes to the saw. Alright, and then you have the one up here. And this one, I oftentimes put backwards. And by backwards, I mean I accidentally leave it sticking out this way instead of out this way. But that is not how it goes. And this one can be the hardest one to get in. It is the one I fight with the most. Okay. She's fighting me. Damn. Woo. There we are. Oh, one little spot left. Again, body doesn't turn the way I need it to turn. Golly. Now you guys are like, you should have put that in before you did your chain brake handle. Yes, I know. But I don't like doing AV mounts. I was avoiding the part I don't like. I hate this part. Absolutely hate it. Okay, and then another thing I often forget to do is to put this thing in, and I end up having to take my muffler back off a lot. And that some biscuit went in too far, I think. Why isn't our chain brake disengaging? Something's wrong with our chain brake here. Yeah, see, I did do it wrong. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm sorry. I'm slightly flustered at the moment. I need to look at something real quick. Yeah, see, I put it backwards. Okay, it actually goes in all the way, not out all the way. I do that a lot. If you think dyslexia is not real, welcome to my life. There we are. Okay, there's our chain brake working now. Okay, there we are. Now we will put this in. No, I feel like that's not right still. Why do I do this to myself, neighbors? Yes, it's right. Okay. It's right, neighbors. We're good. Okay, so now we will go ahead and get our handle on. I feel like, again, I'm missing something. No, we need to put our coil on first. Will be easier. Okay. And that's the other thing. It can be kind of difficult to get things behind this shroud as well. Sorry, guys, I am all flustered. First time doing a saw live. Okay, that goes there. That will go down there. That will attach to our cylinder. And then this one will attach to our cylinder and our coil. It doesn't really matter which one you screw it on, but it's a little bit easier if you go to this back one. And I'm trying to get the wires so they're in their grooves. Because the wire is so long, if you hook it up to the back bolt of the coil, boy, I did not anticipate this build to take this long. I know I'm way behind where I'd like to be. Okay, and then again, pretty much all the hardware on this thing is basically the same. You have 3 size screws. You've got the one that, again, I don't remember my damn sizes right now, but the only 2 that are different that you got to pay attention to is the spike screws are bigger than the other small screws. Okay, and that is the other thing. I have now discovered why these damn bolts keep breaking on me. Okay, both Meteor and Highway send this with a fine pitch thread. This is a coarse thread, so I always go ahead and replace that, okay, with a fine thread screw, because they break on me and I get tired of it. Okay, nope, that's not the right one. Don't tell me I'm out. I better not be out. I will be pissed. So much hardware. Here we are. That's what we want. Don't really need the long one. I think I usually go with a shorter one as well. We'll see. If it bottoms out, we're going to go with the shorter one, because I know sometimes I cut them too. Okay, I'm just going to leave that out for the time being. Again, sorry you guys. I tried to think of everything ahead. I really was thinking I could do this in an hour and a half. The last 250 I did, that's what it took me. And so my hope was to do this one the same way, but it didn't work out that way. Okay, tried my best. Did y'all dirty. So sorry, neighbors. I'll make it right. I'll get better. Keep persevering, right? Hashtag persevere. You only fail if you quit. You like my saying? I made merchandise that says that. I want to get some saws sold so I can actually order samples soon enough. I will be able to show you guys what it looks like on me. and my fat ass. Okay, so again, I'm going to start this with my drill. Make sure it threads right. It did. And then get our other one, some Loctite. My back is killing me. That's part of why I'm going slow, I think. I really did. I threw out my freaking back. I got the back brace on, but I'm hurting like hell. Okay, there's that. Get that bad boy on. And then you can use a business card to set your 20th out air gap if you want. Here's my business card, neighbors. Or you can do what I do and use this overly priced $10 tool. I have another one. I lost it, and I bought this one. I had one that I don't even know. Honestly, I think it came in something I bought from Neotech or something. Okay, and then you definitely don't want to over tighten these screws. Be careful, you will strip them out. There's our magnet, neighbors. So I'm gonna put that back where it goes. Hopefully the rest of this won't take us too much longer, guys. So sorry if anybody's still here. I can't see. Okay, excellent. And that also is the beauty of Loctite. I have always, all my life, just over tightened everything. And I break bolts and strip bolts a lot, because I guess apparently I don't know my own strength. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, get our 2 wires here, trying to get everything to align, and in its freaking channels can be a nightmare. A lot of people say they like that I show all the shit that's actually nightmarish on these saws, building saws. It doesn't want to go. It's being an asshole. Go in your home, damn it. Okay, there we go. Gotta get these bad boys uncrossed here, and then they go behind the shroud. Gonna push that out of the way. Those go there. Okay. Now get our screw, and I'm gonna be real careful on this one. I just do not want this to snap, and I'm trying to think. I think I usually do use the shorter threads. Just the way this is tapped by the manufacturer. I don't know why they tap it for a fine thread, because it's damn magnet doing me dirty. It's not supposed to be a coarse or a fine thread. It's supposed to be coarse thread. Just nervous, that's all, guys. Just nervous. Beautimus. Okay, we'll snug that up by hand. Again, the beauty of Loctite. Excellent. Woo! That was nerve-wracking. Now, you guys also, nobody shouted to check for live support. Do you guys need live support yet? We are at 19%, so I think I'll have to back you up just a hair. Okay, damn, an hour and 13. Terrible, Grover. Get your shit together. You can build saws faster than this. Boss, do you mind if I smoke while I work? Just this once? I won't tell the others. Okay. Get you a pickup body here, Luna. Oh, I don't like those ones. Okay. I'm going to use these ones for now. No, I do not use Seal All on this, because yes, Seal All is gas resistant, but if you submerge it in gas, it's no good. No bueno. And these usually stay on just fine anyways. Okay, now go ahead and put our brand new caps on. Or no, I'm sorry, his are in really good condition. So we didn't have to replace them. Okay. And those are, yep, good to go. Okay, Now I believe we can go ahead and do our rear handle. We are getting there, neighbors. We're getting close. Okay, so first thing we want to do is get it on this AV mount up front, which again can be a freaking nightmare. Let me go ahead and put the AV buff, they call it, or AV stop, whatever it is, on this side. That'll help prevent that from sliding out on us. It's still got press oil on it, so here we are. Excellent. Okay, now we have to get, oh, let me hook up this wire to our coil real quick. Jonathan, I don't see your kill switch anywhere. Did you send me a saw without a kill switch? I'll be damned. I'm gonna have to get you a lever. Shit, neighbors. Okay. Our spark plug boot up high out of the way where it's gonna go. And then we will feed our wires through here. Bring that grommet right to the end. They will go through this small hole here. Okay, and then this grommet is another thing that can be an absolute freaking nightmare sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Just get it started and then work it around. Ah, his wires are really short. Come on, you bastard. The shit that takes forever on saws sometimes. These are the things that slow me down the most. Come on, baby, almost there. Damn it. It's always getting that last little bit through. That can be freaking nightmarish. It's easier to pull the whole thing through. Usually it'll come through for me and then put it back in from this side. I don't know if you guys can see, I pulled it through all the way and then just feed that side in. Okay, that's there. And then get our fuel line up through. Okay, we have to hook up our impulse hose. We don't want to forget that. Move our intake boot up a bit first. Our spark plug wire came down, damn it. Just my luck. Just my damn luck, neighbors. Oh, my back's killing me. Shit. Okay. Why am I struggling so much? Damn it, come on. I can't see. I need my damn batteries to come. I really can't see that damn thing at all. The light is terrible. Okay, got that on. And then we can go ahead and get our intake boot through. Put the bottom part first. Okay. And then you can very carefully, if you have to. Sometimes I can get it through with my fingers, sometimes not. Just very slowly work it through with your pliers. Very carefully. Anybody that doesn't know, I do not use any aftermarket intake boots ever. They all suck. No matter who makes it, they all suck. They're just terrible. Too much plastic in them. Okay, there's that. We will plug this wire up. Yeah, Jonathan, I don't know where your damn kill switch is, bro. Come on, you bastard. Why are you being a dick? Okay, that goes there. All right. Let me see here. We can go ahead and put our recoil on. No, I can't put the recoil on. Jonathan, I ordered you, or I picked up a piece of damn Echo rope for you. Amy was out of Oregon, and I can't find it. It's in with the new chain I bought for the 271 I just built, and I can't find that box. Dion leaving kind of threw a lot of things out of whack, as if they weren't already out of whack. I asked you guys if I could smoke, and nobody answered me. Or did you? Okay, so burner ends here. Okay. And about 3 feet. I might end up having to cut some of this off at the end, but it's better to have too much and have to cut it than have not enough and have to start over. Okay. So then, let's set our saw aside for a moment. All right. I want to make sure, yeah, that's the thing I forgot to tell, or that's, you want to put that damn AV stop in there before you get your damn muffler on. Okay. Now, for our recoil, these are your little pieces. You got your washer, you've got your pawl, and you've got your clip, okay, and your spool, and the spring in there, okay. Bring our rope through there, and then feed it through here. It's always easier to do this rope if you have the spool off, because you can push it through the bottom instead of having to fish it out of that little hole, because that can be really hard. Okay, we will tie a knot in that. And then I will just light the end on fire here. So what I was saying about your rope, Jonathan, is I do have big old spools of rope coming. And so I have no problem replacing this for you after we get the rope, because this is cheap rope. I've never had it break on small saws, but I have had it break on larger saws. Okay, get your knot in there. And then go ahead and set your spool to where that clip is in the opening. Okay, make sure it grabs. Okay, put your washer on. Okay, I do like to do a little bit of grease for my paw. Okay, put that in, spin that a little bit, and then this will go this way. Okay, there we are. And then I will just go ahead and start rewinding this. And if you leave the rope on the spool like that, it kind of gives you an idea of how far you have to go. And then what you do is just get your spool or your rope off your spool. Okay. Don't let go of your spool. Okay. Ah, shit. See that? Did myself dirty. That's what happens when you have weak hands. I should have tied the handle on first too. But I didn't want to tie it in case I have to cut it. I don't want to have to double knot or double burn the knot and whatnots. And whatnots. Okay. Just get that about where you think you need it. Get all the twist out of your rope. And that is why I had that fed through, because like I said, for me to hold this like this is really hard. It hurts my hands really bad with the arthritis and carpal tunnel. Okay. And so then we'll take this, go through there, pull that through, and then his also goes through. See, yeah, this is the one. I definitely did myself dirty doing this backwards. Probably gonna have to redo his rope, because I believe this one feeds through the side of the handle as well. The light is just terrible. I cannot see. I just cannot see. Damn, I can't see. Okay, for sake of time, I'm going to deal with that later. So I'm not even going to burn my knot here, and I can already tell I've got to take some off. Okay. And it didn't spool back up all the way, so we'll give it a couple more turns here. rope off again. Get the twist out of it. There we are for now. Well, actually, it's a pretty close amount of rope. Pretty close, but I left that out so I don't forget that I need to redo it. And now our recoil can go on, slip it up under our side cover there, or our top cover there. And then grab the 4 screws. I very rarely Loctite the recoil screws on these models. Okay. Again, we want to go corner to corner. We don't want to snug everything up when we tighten them all the way. Okay. So, snug this corner up. I'm surprised this is taking me this long. All right, now got our muffler we can put on. So, we did us dirty and didn't even clean that shit off. I really thought I would have had this done by now. This is taking me way longer than I had hoped. That's okay. Okay, let's see here. Take our bolts, hook them on. Okay, they did work well. All right, put our heat shield on. Do I have that backwards? I think I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Do I? Damn it! Hey, why am I'm just flustered today. Damn. Here we are. And then our gasket. And our muffler. Your 8mm nuts here. Don't do what I do on this, you guys. I'm going to use an impact. Don't do what I do. All right. I'm watching my socket, okay? That's how I know when to stop. I've done this a lot on mufflers, so. Okay, there we are. Now we can go ahead and put our top handle on, our wrap handle, okay, which just kind of aligns up and grooves and sits into everything. And then we'll have 6 T27s. Again, I very rarely Loctite these on these models because they just don't vibrate enough for screws to come out of plastic like this, coarse thread screws. Okay, we got 2 on the bottom here. Sounds like my battery's dying. We got 1 down here. Get that lined up. Ah, you bastard. 1. Stop, saw. Damn. 1 here. 1 here. I do Loctite these if they're stripped out. Sometimes they are stripped out, not too often. Okay, and then his bumper strips are in really good condition, so I'm reusing them. That saves him a couple of dollars there as well. Shit, I forgot to put my this has to go in first. Okay, and I'll go ahead and throw the other ones in while we're here. You can use press oil or 2-stroke oil on those as well. Okay, now that bumper strip can go on. These are important. Whether you think they are or not, they're important because they help protect, like especially here on these models. Once this gets worn out, okay, you'll have oil pass up right here, and these help prevent that. Okay, so they are important. If they're all chipped up and chewed up, you want to replace them. All right, now, I don't have his damn choke lever, but we can go ahead and do our gasket here. Be careful not to rip it. Oh, shit. Doing us dirty again. I'm sorry. Our grommet. Okay. Make sure that goes inside the boot. And then our gasket. Be careful not to rip it. These can rip on the threads very easily. Just got to be careful. Okay. There's that. Okay. And then I've got his tank vent to put on right here. This seems like it was brand new, Jonathan. These are the way STIHL makes them now. They used to be clear, but this is how they make them now with the black. So that should be in working order. I really don't know what happened to your damn switch, though. I'm starting to wonder. Did you give me a saw without a damn switch? Okay. So then you can put your carburetor on. Okay. Like so. Hook up your fuel line. For sake of time, I didn't do the seal all, but I'm going to have to go backwards right there. Well, not backwards, but I'm going to have to put a switch on and everything. We got to... Oh, yeah. Ted Neitzel! You didn't remind me to do my anti-seize. Ted Neitzel introduced this to me because you can get air leaks at your spark plug. And I've used Loctite in the past, and I don't like doing it. Okay, but these really are, even though old service manuals say to reuse them, this is a crush washer. It's a one-use, technically. This helps ensure, and you just want to make very, very certain you don't get it on your anode there. This helps ensure a seal on those threads. Ted Neitzel told me about this stuff. I had no idea about it. Thank you, Ted Neitzel. Okay, there's that. And then also, you're missing your little shield here, but I have plenty of those parts. I'm just going to have to go to the other building. Oh, Chet, you guys. Oh, yeah, you're on live support. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm weak. There we have that. We'll go ahead and throw our spike on. Okay. I will Loctite these just because they're in the front, and if a chain ends up hitting this or something, it can rattle them loose, I suppose. Pretty much done with this Loctite. I have another container, but this shit ain't cheap. I go through a lot of it because I do so many saws. Okay, there's that. You got to get you a big spike for this, Jonathan. I don't think I have any more, or I'd give you one. Okay, we're almost there, you guys. We're pretty much there. It was a lot longer than I anticipated, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the other building real quick while we grab our last two parts that we need. I'll have to do maintenance on his bar, so for now, I'm just going to put this on, okay? And then I think he needs a new chain. I think we had discussed he likes Carlton chain, and I know why, because it doesn't stretch very much, and it's hella stronger than Husqvarna and STIHL chain, hella stronger. Okay, I was just looking for my 3/4 so I could snug those up. But y'all never see what I did with it. It rolled away. Here we are. I just can't do it by hand because it hurts, and this is faster than a scrunch. All right, there's that, there's that, there's that. The last couple of things we have a little shield that goes right here, and then we'll get our kill switch on, and our air filter housing, our choke lever, and our throttle lever. So, if you guys would like to take a walk real quick. Hour 5, I guess I'm not too far behind my regular time. There's the Fatty Buntings. Say hello, Fatty Buntings. Okay. There's the pump house, you guys. Still working on it. I did finally find a door. I don't know who remembers this project, but there's my door. There was Dion's bed. I don't think he's coming back. There's where I dropped a tree on you with the 200T, and I'm making a shorter version of that video for you. So this is my black walnut stain, and I didn't want to do nails on the pallet board, so I'm probably going to paint my screws. It looks really terrible. Who needs STIHL 028 parts? Go back here in our 250 bin. Jonathan Luna, you want a black shield or an orange shield, neighbor? All kinds of 250 stuff here, guys. I know it's dark. We need a throttle lever. I see you, the Buntings, but I gotta finish this saw up real quick, okay? And I'm digging to try and find what I need. See, these are the things that I was telling you about. Okay. Jonathan, black or orange? You want black or orange? Are you still here? Rob Weaver! What's up, neighbor? Ski Boot, what's going on? I didn't know who all was here. Black or orange? Jonathan, tell me in the comments, quickly. And then do you want a red or a black lever? Black or orange, red or black? I'm going to walk over there. I want to see a comment. Okay, so black on the shield. What about throttle? You want black or red? I'm going to bring it all over for now. So we're going black shield, black or red on the throttle, Jonathan. Black, black. Okay, Jonathan said he wants all black. Yeah, I like black girls too, Jonathan. I don't blame you. Okay, there's the Fatty Buntings with her toy. There's the mower Matthew did me dirty on. Still never made it right, even though he promised he would. All right, put you guys back in your high chair here. We can go ahead and put our spark plug boot on. Brand new OEM shield here, Jonathan. Okay. And then we have your air filter is OEM and in pretty good condition. I have OEMs, but they're like $850. So I'm going to put this one on for now, Jonathan. I can't see the screen anymore. And so if you want it replaced, I will. But it's like, it's really clean, bro. I wouldn't replace it. Okay. And then we can go ahead and sorry. What did I just do with those throttle levers? Damn. Oh no, I grabbed them, didn't I, guys? Where the hell are they? Oh, they're you guys are sitting on them, damn it. Throttle lever's pretty easy. Try and get the cleanest one here. One that looks like it has no wear on it. Okay, that looks pretty good. This one actually looks like it's a brand new one. I did buy some of these a while back. Just lift your clip up here. Slide that in there. Okay. And then it pops down into the groove there. Okay, and then your wire plugs in here. Potentially. Okay, that fits nice and snug. And then your wire also goes down in this little groove in your handle here. Oh, Chet, we sold something on eBay, neighbors. Excellent. Oh, yeah. That's too bad. I don't have. I don't think I have my air filters listed. Since we're building this saw, I'm gonna continue to say it. You guys, there is no aftermarket. Jonathan can attest to this. There is no aftermarket air filter for these that fits the 210, 230, and 250s. Okay, look. Here's your OEM. It is nice and flat on the top. Here's your aftermarket. No matter which one you get, they all have this design. And what happens is on the 250s, 210s, and 230s, okay, when you put this on, it's going to be all misaligned, okay? It's going to look like that. It'll clip in up there, but that's going to be like that, okay? They will fit the 021s, 023s, and 025s, but they do not fit the MS, okay? Don't let them lie to you. I hate that. There are so many sellers on eBay selling it shit and on Amazon selling it shit saying it fits a 250. It's just like these damn things. Okay? Squared. Your MS250, I got one right here. My damn MS250 that won't idle. Rounded. Okay, see the difference. This is the only aftermarket you can get. It will not fit your 021, your 023, or your 025. I have two 025s that are done and ready to be sold right now, except the air filter covers are on back order. Okay? The aftermarkets, I don't know how they've gotten away with it. For years and years and years, it's been that way. They're doing us dirty. They're damn liars. Okay, now we can go ahead and put our throttle lever. Okay, that slides in there. You want to do this before you tighten your carb down. It slides into your kill switch, and then pull your carburetor a little bit forward, and it hooks into your carburetor right there. And then for your throttle lever, you're going to hook it into your carburetor. Okay, push it forward. This one's wanting to turn on me. Pull your trigger enough to see the groove. Okay. You're going to have to wait, Fatty Buntings. Okay, make sure that's working. We'll hold our carburetor, make sure our choke's working. Oh, shit. See, that's why we check things. Okay, let's try that again. I'll be damned. Did us dirty. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, Something's not right here. Oh, this switch is for, this switch is not going to work. What is it? Damn, we sold 2 things on eBay. Okay, what is going on here? Let's see. Bear with me, you guys. Okay, there we go. Try this again. I had it down in the full choke position and didn't realize it before I flipped my thing. Okay, half choke. Okay, and then once we put this on, we'll check it again. So now your air filter housing can go on. You got your 2 8 mils. This is a tool, Neotech, for your 271s, 291s, 311s, 391s for the air filter shroud. You need a thin-walled socket, but this fits them. Okay, so this is actually a thin-walled, and it will fit inside those shrouds on those models. Okay, so we are pretty much done, you guys. Again, we're not barring it up because I need to refurbish his bar and check the condition of his chain and see if it just needs sharpened or replaced. Okay, Guten snug. We don't want to over tighten these. Okay, we want them tight, but we don't want to wrench them down with all our might. Tight, but not with all your might. Guten snug is the torque specification back here. Okay. And I think we're about there. Okay, and then your air filter just clips onto your housing there. Maybe. Maybe. Here we are. And then let's check our stuff again. Cool. Half. It flips back up, turns off. Excellent. Good to go. And flip your switch down 1 to get your air filter house or cover on nice and easy. Potentially here. Let's see, what do we got going wrong here? You know what, Jonathan? I'll be damned if I don't think you're going to be able to have black. I don't think the black's going to fit yours. Yeah, it's different. See this, buddy? Okay, you got to have orange. Okay. See the difference? Your cover won't go on. So that's because this is a 42 mil setup. That's probably why it's like that. It was slightly different, older model. Okay, so you have to have orange. Okay, now we're lined up. And that's it, neighbors. That is how you assemble an STIHL 025 and all of the 1123s, which is the 021, the 023, the 025, the MS210, the MS230, and the MS250. They all have almost identical setups. Again, some parts are not always interchangeable, as we saw with our shield, and some of the 021 handles are different, and 230 handles, brake handles are different, and they won't fit this one. They're too thin. Very slight variances, just like in your 017s through 180s. Flip you guys around here. In your 017s through your 180s, the chassis can be different. And again, this is stuff. This is why I get so mad at eBayers, because people will buy shit and they don't explain this stuff. And in my opinion, if you don't understand these things, you shouldn't be selling these parts. Okay. Yes, you can modify these, but these come in different settings, whether it's a newer carburetor, one of the old 2-screw ones, one of the 1-screw ones. Your hole placements are different for your carb screwdriver to go in, okay? And not all the parts are interchangeable, but most everybody that lists this stuff lists it for all those models. And I take close-up pictures, and I tell people, make sure, you know, when I sell these kinds of parts, these chassis up here and whatnots for the 017s, 170s, 018s, 180s, make sure this matches this way. But if it doesn't, and I don't have the style you need, you can do this type of modification. And I put links if I've done that shit on the internet before for them and everything. You know, it's hard to make money doing it that way. It takes a lot of extra time and you're less likely to sell stuff, because the way these Chino neighbors work and the way a lot of parts suppliers work is they don't care about getting a bunch of returns. They know most people are not going to have that back within 30 days, or they're not going to want to pay the return shipping. And so they end up just, this shit ends up piling up in a bin in their garage. That's pretty much it. What did you guys think of this live event? I know a couple of you just left, but do y'all like this style of doing a live event? We'll do teardowns as well. If that's something you guys are interested, tell me in the comments real quick, because I got to get the hell out of here and go to town and try and sell some damn saws. And I have to lower all my prices because the saw market's down, and I'm just going to lower my prices and have my shit not warranted. You know, because most people... Daryl Johnson! What's up, neighbor? Shit! The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I like that, Luna. Thanks, Ted. I'm glad you liked it. How do I get those comments to come back up? They disappeared. Is it like this? No. Top chat. Super chat. Should I give myself a super chat so eBay or so damn YouTube can take 50% of it? Yeah, it's terrible how much money they take from me, neighbors. eBay and YouTube. Terrible. Luna, what do you think? You like this kind of live event? I know it was your saw, but do you think teardowns? Rob, are you still here? Daryl, do you like this kind of live event? You guys tell me what you think real quick, because I really do got to go. I got to go try and make some money. I got to take care of my man-child that doesn't understand don't dump litter outside in the yard, and doesn't understand I'm doing a live event, do not disturb me, but he comes in to tell me he was taking a walk and says that's why I didn't say nothing. Neighbor, you were coming in to tell me you're taking a walk. Thank you, Daryl. Replace the chain. Luna, you just said automatically replace it. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm looking at yours right now. It's got a lot of life left in it, so I'll give you a discount on your new chain. I'll buy this one from you. Yeah, he's like that. He just wants brand new chit a lot. Yeah, I'm glad, Jonathan. It's a little bit, it's weird having an audience and doing it. It makes me a little bit nervous. Was that, I don't, missed. Well, Rob Weaver, no fret, because after YouTube processes this, I will be able to have it public. It'll probably take until tomorrow. Also, you guys, YouTube has one of my videos. I can't tell you what I say in it because it might make this one non-monetized. I'm doing a reaction video to a song, Empty by Letdown, okay? And it's a different kind of content for me. It's not new content for YouTube, but I'm going to post that publicly probably today. I'm going to give you guys 2 or 3 videos today, because since my videos aren't making it into the algorithm anyways, and when I release more than one at a time, only one of them will get like 200 views and the other one will get like 16. And so the mystical YouTube algorithm. But I've got several videos that I can release, so I'll release as much as I can for you guys to have over the weekend. And I apologize about the weeks that there's like one video all week. I'm disabled, you guys, and how are you going to sell some saws in town? Do you set up a stand or something? Yeah, Rob, I have a deal with the manager at Advanced. I know him really well. And so I have a commercial account there, and he lets me set up in the parking lot. And also there's a little vacant lot across the street from Walmart that there's a lot of passing traffic. I don't usually sell saws very well doing that, but I have sold 3 saws that way in like 4 or 5 months, and I do it when I'm desperate. I need to sell some saws. So, and that's the other thing. I have to lower my prices. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, because I pour my heart into these saws, and so many people buy saws that people will tell them OEM, barely used. And I buy them all the time. And when I have more money, I'm just going to start buying used saws off of Marketplace and off of eBay. And I'm going to break them down in front of you guys. And I'm going to tell you, this is what the listing said. This is what the person said. I started to saw on their property. They said it runs and cut, but they wouldn't let me cut with it, etc., etc. Because so many guys that rebuild saws, they don't tear them down like this. They don't clean them. They will just do enough to get it to start and run, and that's it. They'll never cut with it, nothing. And a lot of people don't understand that's why their shit's so cheap, okay? I'm not saying that's everybody, But again, we've discussed saw prices can vary extremely for the same damn saw, depending on where you are, who's selling it, if they know what they got. Like 200 Ts, it's amazing. Sometimes they'll go for $350 in a used running order, and then other times they're going for $1,800 in a used running order. I mean, it's literally like that, and it can be in the same day. Two saws of the same model, the same rough looking use or whatever, go for drastically different prices. But because the reality is, a lot of times they'll say they put a new piston in, they'll say they put new rings in. They don't have photos of it, they don't have video of it. So the way I see it is, with me, I have proof that you're buying assurance, and I have proof that I honor my warranties. Jonathan Luna can attest to that right now, because his 028, even though that was his saw he brought in, he bought a redemption package. And so that comes with my warranty as if it's one of my saws. That's why my prices are a lot higher. And yes, it makes it harder to sell saws, but at the same time, yes, it really does, Ted. It really does. Location has so much to do with it. I cannot believe how cheap saws are up in Oregon and Washington and stuff. Lost my train of thought. But I am going to start going to, unfortunately, reusing a lot of things that I typically just automatically don't reuse. I just throw it out, or I put it on eBay really cheap. Because I have to lower my cost, my overhead. And then also, I'm not going to be warranting my saws anymore. People are going to have to buy the warranty. That way I can put a much cheaper price on it. But I also hate doing that, because then if somebody calls me and they didn't buy a warranty and something went wrong in the first week they had their saw, then I still end up doing it for free. You know, if it wasn't their fault. And a lot of times, even if it was, because they don't know how to tune a carb, or they, just did something stupid to the saw. It really sucks. A lot of people see it as weakness. Oh, reconnecting. A lot of people see it as weakness, but it's just how I am. I just like to be nice to people. And I'm not always nice. You guys, I can be the worst asshole in the world, but I like to be nice to people. Even if they're not nice to me. And a lot of people see mercy as weakness. A lot of people see forgiveness as weakness. A lot of people say, well, you can forgive, but it doesn't mean you have to do this or that or this or that. I've always struggled with that. I don't know. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody, but my moral compass is, in so many ways, it's a curse. It is what it is. But I have to find a way to lower my prices, and not doing warranties, and forcing myself to stand on, if you didn't buy a warranty, your shit was as is. I'm sorry that you took it home and it didn't start, even though it started and cut in my driveway for you the day you bought it. A lot of people, they buy 028s and stuff, and they don't understand. It's not a 25-year-old, 35-year-old saw anymore. When you put a brand new piston in it, and you put brand new rings in it, and you put brand new fuel lines, and rebuild the carburetor, and refresh all these things, it doesn't take 15 damn pulls to start it, like a lot of people are used to with beat up old saws. And so they'll flood their saw right away. And they don't understand the concept of unflooding a saw, and they break their pull cords and everything else. And so, I get beat up a lot on Marketplace about my prices. I get beat up here a lot when I mention prices in the comments. People beat me up about my MS200T being $1,500. But, honestly, you guys, I desperately need money, but you don't realize how much the parts on that damn thing cost. For 61 supposedly next week. So excited for that one. Yeah, I'm just glad. Yeah, right, Rob. 028 supers. I don't have any supers left, I don't think, but I have mass amounts of 028 parts, you guys. So if you need 028 kit, just let me know. That's another one of them things. There's like 5 different chassis in the service manual for the 028s. And I try to make sure people know that what they're buying from me could be different than their setup could be different. They take different chain tensioners and different chain brake bands. Jimbus is 038. I'll tell you how much of a nightmare it was, because that saw didn't have a chain brake on it. It only had the slowdown. It's a little plastic piece that when you push the chain brake handle forward, this little plastic thing rubs against your drum and slows your chain down. But they wear out quick. Most of the time they're not there. And unless it's on the chassis that's set up for a chain brake band, you can't put a chain brake on certain 028s and 038s. You can't do it. They're not designed for it. I mean, I imagine some of them a guy can modify them, but you know, that's stuff that you have to know. And honestly, for me, given that I went 10 years almost without doing this, and my brain injury on top of flying my brain, yeah, Ted, I know, I saw that saw. And that's the thing, Ted, that made me feel shitty, seeing that saw for $350, and Jimbus paid $450 for his. You know, yes, he's got the experience of the YouTube with it, but it's nowhere near as pretty as the one up there, you know, and it's not even a Magnum, you know. And I'm like, damn, yes, I'm throwing in extra bars and chains and parts and stuff for him, but still, it's like, I'm like, wow, did I charge this guy too much? But I don't think I did, because I worked my ass off to get him all the parts he needed. He wanted a chain brake, and I worked my ass off, and I ended up spending like $200 on parts for that saw that were not anticipated. When he bought that saw, it was bought as a one owner. That's the other thing. I have the history of the saw. That impacts my price too. If I know I can verify something as one owner and it's got all the same parts basically that it came off the factory floor with, and all the plastics haven't been changed out and this and that, I think that increases the value of a saw. Oh, Chet, Jonathan, Luna, it might be here for 5 years in 041. And we're not doing a China motor. Sorry, neighbor, but yours runs. So, let's see. I probably didn't finish all my thoughts, you guys, and left you half of my sentences midway there, but I'm real tired. Fatty Bunting is scratching. It's been almost 2 hours. I got to go take my man-child for a walk. Yeah, I like the 036 too, Daryl. I've got a roached one, and I had to rob some parts off of it for somebody. And so now, until I get another 036, I can't build it. So, listen, neighbors, I love you guys. Check out the merch that I have and tell me what you guys think of it. I really like the hashtag persevere merchandise, and it says you only fail if you quit on the back. I am really hoping to get some samples. The other thing is I am trying to get free memberships. I'm able to hand out a certain amount of free memberships every month, but I cannot figure out how to do it. I go the way it says in the instructions to do it, and it's not there. The option to do it is not there. So, like Daryl, we couldn't get your membership set up, and you know, you paid for a membership. That's why you get the members only videos before I post them. Ted Neitzel, you are like me, low income, and so I would love to be gifting you memberships for all the freaking incredible amount of support you have poured into this channel from the very beginning. Rob Weaver, you too, neighbor, you have done an immense amount behind closed doors, in secret, as your Father in heaven tells you to, for the channel, and I would love to gift you memberships. I'm trying to figure that out, you guys, and I will. And then merchandise also. I'm trying to get samples. That way you guys can actually see it. It's not an image on the screen. It's something you'll see on me, and you'll see the lettering on the back, and I hope that will help you get a better idea of what it is, because I really want the hey neighbor shit out there, and I really want the hashtag persevere, you only fail if you quit, and know your right stuff too. These are things that are passionate to my heart. They're not just sayings. They're passionate for reasons, and I've told you guys about the hey neighbors, and we'll go into some of that another day. But thank you everybody that hung out, especially the whole time. Thank you for those that came in. Rob Weaver and Daryl, thank you. I was so happy to see you guys. I appreciate it. I wonder where Jimbus is today, or if he was here at all or not. I'll have to look at the comments later. You guys wish me luck, pray, whatever, that I sell some saws today, because I got to make money to keep supporting the channel. You guys are fantastic, and we're all supporting it together, but I need to make money. So I got to go, neighbors. I got a man-child to feed. I love all of you. Be kind to one another. Everyone's facing a battle. Seriously, you guys. Every one of us has battles in life we're facing. So let's be nice to each other. And if you're not nice to your neighbors, go say you're sorry and make it right. Rob Weaver has a beautiful story on I did your dirty mother-in-law but made it right. And I'm trying to get the footage off the camera, but I'm so terrified of losing it, I don't want to plug it into the computer. So don't forget, Rob, I still have that footage. I know it's a long time ago, but eventually I will find a way to get it to the internet. Okay, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I will try my best to give you another live event sometime in the middle of next week. Okay? That's it. I'm out. Love you, neighbors. Let's keep persevering, damn it.